Yo, what is up, everybody? It is John, and I am back with another MLB The Show tier list. So, sadly, this will be the conclusion of this first set of rankings. My plan is to do player showcases when they come out, talking about their stats and what I think about them. Those videos will probably be shorter in the future. But before we begin, I just want to give an update to my team. I don't know, I just felt like shouting myself out. I'm a $10 spent player. I literally live on the MLB The Show companion app. And if you don't know what that is, leave a comment below and I can make a video explaining it all. But just to begin, I only have 4 players left. I just unlocked Frank Thomas. To give a little team update, this is what I'm running. I'm running Trouty in center, Sizemore on left, Juan Soto on right because I'm still not in high difficulties. Frank the Tank at first, Michael Young at second, Troy Gloss at shortstop, and Freddie Freeman at third base. But I'm sure you guys don't really care about the team, but it's $10 spent. I'm pretty happy to already have half of the MLB done and only have about 4 players left. So I just wanted to give that out. So without further ado, like always, if you don't agree with one of my rankings, I would love to hear it in the comment section below. Because I value all of your opinions as well as my own, and I would rather get a feeling for what the community feels as well. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So Kyle Tucker live series. So this video might be a little longer. As you see, there's a lot of players. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 28, 42. We got about 50 players. So this video might be a little longer, and as always, if you want to just skip to the end, I give a little summary. But now let's get into it. Sorry for all the self-promotion and distractions. So Kyle Tucker. So with this list, it might be a little more difficult to rank just because the volume of players. So I might have some times to where I have to almost realign the charts. But to start off, Kyle Tucker, I'm going to say is D tier. Stat-wise, very average, okay speed. So in the outfield, I'm looking for high speed, high reaction, high fielding while hitting. aka 5-tool players. At this time of the game, there's not many 5-tool players, but you will find out who I believe is a 5-tool player by the end of the tier list with my S tier rankings. My S tier is your 5 tools, and A, you're usually missing one of them, and then so on, so on. So to begin off, I would say Kyle Tucker is D tier. Lou Bob, I'm going to also give D tier. Lou Bob is, don't get me wrong, good player, but there's just better than him. Byron Buxton. So his fielding, speed, and he has a very glitchy swing. I'm going to put him in C tier. Let's see, Curtis Granderson. I'm going to put in D tier. So Granderson, let me pull up his stats real quick. Let me turn down the music just a smidge. So Curtis Granderson, all-star car. Let me just pull him up. You get him through the, I believe it's the, I'm actually not sure. I believe it's the USA map, but I'm not sure. Anyways, lower contact, decent fielding and speed. Just the contact isn't there, so I'm going to rate him in D tier. Next up is, I believe this is the event reward of Alfonso Soriano. I'm going to put him at this time F tier. So his swing's slow, and he just has holes in his game. Oh yeah, for this one, I'm going to try to be a little more brief just with the vast majority of cards. Next up, Aaron Judge, I'm going to put in C tier. If you don't like tall players, you'd obviously rank him lower, but I've always had success with Aaron Judge's card. So overall, pulling up his stats, he, as the meta is right-handed hitting, don't mind my top right. If you want to steal who I flip, go ahead. He mashes right-handed hitters and he has great fielding and speed. So I say C tier. This Ken Griffey Jr., I'm going to say B tier. If you know Ken Griffey Jr., he has insane exit velos and he absolutely mashes the ball with good fielding and speed. Let's see, Mickey Mantle. I'm going to go A tier. So Mickey Mantle mashes righties, good fielding, speed, and reaction, and he's a switch hitter, which I value a little bit more. So I'm going to put him in A tier. Ricky Henderson, I'm going to put in F tier. He has 99 speed, 99 steal, but He gets no exit velo, and his stats are just not that great in my opinion. Next up, Live Series Aaron Judge. And again, if you don't like taller players, you'd probably rank these guys one lower. Tall hitter, very good diamond defense, decent speed, and with inside edge, sometimes he just is insane against righties. But overall, he has very serviceable contact and very good power numbers because it's the big Aaron Judge. Next up is Andrew Benettani. I'm going to put in C tier. Just a very average card in my opinion. Nothing too crazy. Byron Buxton, face of the franchise. I'm going to say is A tier. Like I said, glitchy swing. He's very similar to this card, just with slightly better hitting stats. Buxton's just always been a good card. If you can get Byron Buxton and put in center field, you will have no worries. You will cover both gaps and do incredibly well. Next up, Cedric Mullins, A tier. This man's swing gives me nightmares. Last year, he literally, I believe, hit 800 against me on Hall of Fame and Legend. This man literally is in my nightmares, and I hope none of you guys use him. I'm putting him in A tier because he is a very good card. I just hope to never play any of you guys online, because if you have Cedric Mullins, I'm going to be shaking in my boots. Next up, J-Rod, A tier. What can I say to this prospect? He's going to have so far, I believe he's going to have a really good career with his mindset and just like his attitude about the game. He hustles and plays the game right. Stat-wise, easily an A tier. Face of the franchise, Kyle Tucker, I'm also going to put in A tier. I feel like Kyle Tucker, face of the franchise, is slept on. If I can bring up his stats real quick. So, if we look at his stats, he has 80 plus against everything for contact and power. 88 fielding and 92 reaction, 62 speed. So in this game, if you have higher reaction, so if you have a player with 99 speed, 99 reaction, obviously he's going to be the best of the ball. If they have 92 reaction, 62 speed, I forgot who did testing, but this was a few years ago, so it might not be the same. But if like two players with 95 reaction, one having 65 speed and the other having 85 speed, the player with one having 95 reaction and 62 speed and 62 reaction and 95 speed, the player with 62 speed will get to the ball faster. If that was confusing, I apologize. It's late at night. I just got done at the gym, and I wanted to get this out for you guys Friday, so you didn't have to wait till the weekend. But regardless, reaction matters, and Kyle Tucker has all the hitting stats you would ever want and the fielding you would ever want. So I'm saying easily A tier. Next up, Larry Dobby. Ooh. Larry Dobby. I'm thinking, I'm going to say B tier. With how well he hits right-handed hitting with his good fielding and serviceable reaction, I'm going to say B tier. His left-handed power is nothing desirable, but 103-89 plays so well, and 89 contact is good enough against lefties. I'm going to give him B tier. Next up is the face of the franchise, Lou Bob. I'm going to put in A tier. This Lou Bob is just pretty much what the live series is. It's pretty much just a better version. Obviously, it's a 90 overall compared to the other Lou Bob, but 82-75 is more than serviceable against righties with 107-98 and that fielding and speed. He's a little, if he had about 100 contact against right and left, contact and power against right, he'd be in people's outfields till June. We'd be talking about him being one of the best outfielders in the game right now. Especially with 89 fielding, you get him parallel one, he has diamond fielding, and then 94 speed with 90 reaction. This man gets it done at the plate and in the field. Next up, Mike Trout. What do I have to say? Face of the franchise Trout is pretty much live series Trout light. And speaking of that, S tier. Live series Trout is, in my opinion, the second best outfielder in the game. He is just, what can I say? It's Mike Trout. He has the best swing in the game, in my opinion. He gets insane exit velos. Mike Trout's just the man. Next up, Mitch Hanniger. I'm going to draw that line and say he's the top of B tier. Right fielder. Oh yeah, and doing these outfielder rankings, I'm not taking primary. I'm just doing a general of what the player is. Hopefully this aligns with an even spread of right fielders, but most of these guys can play all three outfield positions. How I align my outfielder is center field's usually I try to have gold fielding or better. I have Mike Trout, so obviously I have it easy. But there's a lot of people in this game with gold fielding and like, let's see, diamond, gold, gold, diamond, diamond, gold, silver, and I don't know what Mike Trout's defense is. I'm sure it's more than serviceable. But center field, so Trout is 76, 75, so silver, but he's decent enough reaction. Center field, I'm looking for high reaction, high fielding, and hitting. All the three positions, what am I saying? I'm looking for hitting. Right field, I'm looking for a stronger arm just to make those throws to third base, and left field can have a little weaker arm. So if I was aligning my outfield with, let's say, Mullins, Buxton, and Kyle Tucker, it'd be Mullins in left, Buxton in center, Kyle Tucker in right. If any of you guys have outfield combinations that you would like me to give my opinion on, I'm more than willing to give you guys opinions. Or if you guys even want to send me your team, I can do a video on team reactions and how you guys can improve your team. Next up, Grady Sizemore. So Grady Sizemore, I am going to... I'm going to put Grady Sizemore in A tier. At the top, one at the top of A tier. Sizemore's swing has been insane for me. He's batting like 700 for me. I know it's on All-Star. I know it's on the lower levels of ranked right now. But this man gets good exit velos and plays good defense. And what more can you say with a player, especially with 80-plus contact and power? Next up, Ronald Cuny Jr. S tier. Everybody knows Acuna and Trout are the two best live series outfielders. It's not even a question. What more do I have to say? He's S tier. Hank Aaron, I'm going to say is B tier. His swing is a little weird, but he has good hitting stats and good fielding. I'm just going to say he's slightly worse than A tier just because of his swing. But again, you can always disagree and say he's A tier. Next up, Ronald Cuny Jr. I'm going to put it right in the middle of A tier. Just like the Trouts, Acuna is a light version. If you can get one of these two, you are doing a good job. Excuse me, sorry. Starling Marte. I'm going to put Marte in F tier. He just has holes in his game and I'm going to say he's the best of F tier. But he has just holes in his game. What can I say? You can just find better options. Bryce Harper, I am going to say B tier. Bryce Harper's swing is juicy. This man gets great exit velos, and I have no problem hitting lefty on lefty. He's pretty much just like Larry Dobby, in a sense, now that I look at it. Just better power against lefties. Bryce Harper, I would say, is a solid B tier. And then, let's see. Now, where I'm going to put his cover athlete. I'm retaining B and C tier. I'm going to put him in C tier because he doesn't get the inside edge. He has brown fielding and reaction, which is just does not play well. Overall, the live series Harper has better fielding, better reaction, better speed, and he gets inside edge, and he hits righties better. So I'm going to say cover athlete Harper C, live series B. Juan Soto, I'm going to put, I have a lot of people A tier. We'll figure this out at the end. I'm going to put Juan Soto as A tier. Juan Soto just mashes the ball. This man just, if this thing touches the barrel of the bat, it's long gone. He has 99, 91 against righties, 82, 85 against lefties with silver fielding and mid-50 speed. This live series, Juan Soto just is the man. He's an A tier. Vlad Jr. or Vlad Sr., I'm going to say is in the middle of B tier. Good player, just slightly worse than these guys. Oh, Robin Yount, that's going down there. Robin Yount's F tier. I'm not even going to talk about it. You already know. And before, when I said Trout was the second best player, or the S1, S2 players, or S1A, S1B, these two, you can interchange them. Clemente, what can I say? Max power, 80 plus, or max contact, 80 plus power, diamond defense, and good speed. He's the best outfielder in the game. Brian Reynolds, I am putting at the top of A tier. Brian Reynolds' swing is just insane in the membrane. Switch hitter, even with 60-something power against lefty, he just gets great exit velos, plays great defense, and has good speed. Brian Reynolds, if you can get him, I highly recommend him. He should be in most of your guys' outfields if you guys have him. Next up, Jason Bay, I'm going to put in D tier. Top of D tier. That's where I'm going to draw the line between C and D. It pains me to rate him this low because I love Jason Bay. For some reason, growing up, even as a Yankees fan, he was just one of those players I enjoyed watching. But this card is just not as good as the other ones, so D tier. This Dave Parker, F. Not even going to get into it any more than that. He's just F tier. The face of the franchise, Andrew cover athlete McCutcheon. I'm going to say bottom of C tier. Just has holes in his game. Albert Pujols, S tier. His hitting just brings him all the way up to S tier. Give me a second. I'm going to take a quick drink. Excuse me. Sorry, a little parched. Still got a shower post gym. I just want to get this video done. But Albert Pujols, they changed the swing, and he is one of the best hitters in the game. I'm going to say he's better than Acuna, in my opinion. Mookie Betts, I'm going to say is F. I'm going to say F tier. There's just better options than Mookie. Kirk Gibson, last S tier. Good speed, good fielding, and hitting. He's 5-tool for right now. Cody B, I'm going to say A tier above these guys. Left-handed hitter who mashes righties, diamond defense, good speed. I mean, Cody Bellinger gets the job done. Tony Gwynn, I'm going to say Tony Gwynn is... I'm going to give him C tier, top of C tier. Or around C tier, around here. Max contact, but just low power. I'm not sure how he plays this year, but I'm assuming he just doesn't get the exit velos. Good speed, good defense. Tony Gwynn, when he gets his 65, 70 power card, usually is a monster with exit velos, but I think with the 30 power, he's just not going to get it done. Kenny Lofton, I'm going to put in C tier. He has no... Actually, I'm going to put him in D tier. Kenny Lofton has no arm strength, and if I see him ever in the outfield, I am running on him. He has no power, and he's... I mean, he plays a good center field and left field because of his reaction fielding, but he has no arm, he has no power, and I just think there's many players better than him. Adam Dunn, I'm going to put A tier. Absolute mashes. Papi Chulo actually gets good fielding this year and serviceable speed. So, Adam Dunn, A tier. Steve Finley, I'm going to put in... I'm going to put him top of D tier. Just has holes in his game. That's about it. Willie Mays, D tier. He can't hit, but damn, is he a good fielder. Jordan, I am going to put in D tier also. He absolutely mashes hitting, but fielding wise, he's lacking. John Carlo, same. Actually, I'm putting John Carlo with him, yeah. John Carlo is so low. I know he doesn't run in real life, but 12 speed, come on. Give him 20. He's an outfielder. He's pretty much unplayable. These two are unplayable defensively. Gallo, I'm going to have to put F tier because I'm a salty Yankees fan. I love the Yankees, but goddamn, Gallo just strikes out. His contact numbers are just too low, in my opinion. I wish he was better, but damn it. I'm going to put him right here. But good fielding. Jesse Winker, I'm going to put in these three. These three are very similar. They're going to mash, but they're going to play zero defense. George Springer, I'm going to put in front of them because he mashes and hits the ball well, but he plays a little bit of defense. Trey Mancini, I'm going to put in F tier. He just has holes in the game. Babe Ruth, also F tier. And then Hunter Renfroe, I am going to put in D tier. So that's what our tier list looks like right now. I want to get a little more people in B and C tier. So let's see. I'm going to, because I haven't really organized this. I'm going to move Lofton up and Jason Bay up. And then I'm going to move down. Wow, there's no real players I want to move down from A tier. I really like A tier. I'm going to leave it like this. This was my first thought, my first intention. I'm going to stick with this tier list how it is. As you can see, there's a lot of serviceable outfielders. To be honest, anybody even C tier and above, if you can get, do it. But I highly recommend getting these face of the franchise guys in A tier. They're only going for 10, 20K stubs, and they're only going to go up in price as the time waits. So yeah, try to snag these face of the franchise if you can to build your outfield. But as always, I'm going to give a quick summary of everybody. Best 5-tool card in the game, best 5-tool card in the game, mashes the ball better than pretty much anybody else with okay fielding, hits the ball well with good fielding and speed, 5-tool player just slightly worse than everybody else, switch hitter who plays good defense and gets good exit velos, it's Mike Trout. Grady Sizemore, good exit velos and speed and fielding. Bellinger is a left-hander who absolutely matches righties and good fielding. Switch hitter who matches righties. Byron Buxton, glitchy swing and amazing defense. Pretty much the same thing as Trout, just a slightly worse version, or just like these two Trouts. This Acuna is just slightly worse than this live series. Please don't use him. He's going to hit a home run against me online. Good player. Really no holes in the game, is just slightly worse. Probably the most slept on face of the franchise in my opinion, because he just gets overshadowed by these guys, but really no flaws in his game. Lou Bob plays defense, hits like the best of them. Juan Soto, if you square it up, this thing is never going to land. Same with Adam Dunn. Slow swing, great fielding and power and contact. Good contact, good power, okay fielding. Sweetest swing, just slightly worse. Good swing, just slightly worse defense. Really tall and has lower contact. Only hits righties. And then C tier, I'm going to draw the line after D. You guys already heard me. Or if you want to go back in the video and find it, these guys just have holes in their game. Slightly worse, Byron Buxton, glitchy swing, no power, tall, just mediocre, worse than the live series, mediocre, no power, no arm, and okay swing, but just not as good as the others. So that will conclude this series of mid-April tier list. My plan is to do these about once a month. Hopefully I see a tier list maker on Tier Maker. I'm going to have to learn how to do these myself, and if I have to do that, I have to do that. But my goal pretty much is to keep giving out content with new players as they roll out. Once I finish the live series collection, I'm going to be just saving up subs so I can do player previews and maybe debuts. But we will see about that, of course. Time will tell. My schedule is getting a little busier with finals coming up, and I have the summer semester coming up. Yeah, that is the first tier list of April. If you don't agree with any of my rankings, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear your opinion. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any video ideas for next week, let me know. I'd love to do. I want to start a series of doing team rankings or taking one person's team a day and sort of giving them my tips and tricks how to update that. Like give with your stub count, saying what players I believe you should upgrade. Just to give a little more interaction with these tier lists and sort of my opinion on players. But thank you for watching, everybody. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. And thank you for watching, and have a good day, everybody.